Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a comic haul, like always. This is mostly Silver Age books this time, and not an expensive haul. Most of these I picked up for $1 or $2. But I'll start off. These first few books are from half price books. First off, I got Action Comics 297, The Man Who Discovered Superman's Identity. Looks like Perry White. I don't know how this story pans out, but a very cool cover. It's in pretty decent condition for $4. A little bit of like spine wear, but other than that, the book presents pretty well. Yeah, so 297. I think. Yeah, this is a 12-cent issue. Has a Supergirl adventure. Next off, 338. So this is another Superman book. Again, in pretty nice condition. However, if you look up top, there's that fold. But a pretty nice looking book. Superman versus Muto, the Monarch of Menace. Pretty neat. But yeah, pretty nice looking book there. And then actually this one came in like this haul I bought. Action Comics 357. This 12-cent book. None of these books I got in the from the one seller for $1 a piece. I bought like a lot of them, but this one's in pretty bad condition, obviously. But 357, nice little issue. Doesn't have a board yet. None of the books I got from him had a board. He threw in a board to protect it when it was packed, so everything was well packed and secure. But nothing was boarded. I think that was just his buy it now books. He sells a lot of books. Moving on. I have a Superboy book from half price. This one's in the best condition, probably. A little bit cover scuffs and stuff. But overall, a really nice looking book. I like how it looks. Presents really nice. Superboy. Or Super Baby. The Super Mischief of Super Baby. With a crypto adventure afterwards. Another 12-cent. Number 97. Onto my eBay purchases this week. First off, I picked up Metamorpho #1, 1965. I got this for like $5, coverless. It's only like a $18 book. I realize now with the cover, so I might get it upgraded. But it was like a Minnesota seller, $5, so it was local. I got it in like a day, even at the slower shipping. She shipped it in Mylar, handwritten note and all that. So pretty nice. I don't regret the purchase. I mean, for $5, it was just kind of an impulse buy. I thought it was pretty cool. At least it's going to be a good read, and I might upgrade it. But I don't really collect Metamorpho, but it is DC #1, so 1963 or 5, sorry, and not a bad looking book. I'll probably move something that into a normal bag and give the Mylar to something else. But moving on, my second book from that seller. The Further Adventures of Indiana Jones #1. This book has a little stain on the bottom, but it was $1. I figured I'd pick it up. I think this is the first Indiana Jones book by Marvel that isn't an adaptation of a movie, so pretty cool looking. Yeah, so a little further into Indiana Jones's lore there. Next off, I really like Inhumans right now. Trying to pick up a few of their books. I picked up Inhumans #2. Again, in poor condition, but I mean, I like it. I might try and get #1 on this in good condition. But I mean, for $1 a piece, I thought #2, not a bad value. Star Slave. And I just love how this cover looks. Black Bolt, Medusa, all those cool guys. And then actually moving on, if I can get it. Yeah, here we go. To another Inhumans book, Inhumans #3, and this is the first Falzon, Shatterstar, and Fedor. Another dollar book, just minor villains, but yeah, Shatterstar is the main one there. Pretty cool looking book. Moving on from that, Going into some silver instead of bronze. First off, Sergeant Rock. Yeah, as you can see, very, very poor book. But I mean, and again, for $1, I just bought some reader copies. Someone colored all over it. But I do like some of these war comics, especially if I can get them between like $1 and $4. It's great. Plus, it's a Joe Kubert cover, and anything Joe Kubert is pretty beautiful. And yeah, really nice looking book. Excited to have that. And the rest of these I think are mostly Marvel. I might have one or two more DCs in there. Another poor Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, number 27. And this is actually the origin of Nick Fury's eye patch. Interesting enough thing. I like, Nick Fury, kind of some of his early adventures. Pretty nice looking, kind of has that classic Marvel look, so very cool. And I love these, like the World War II. Obviously, this isn't World War II time that this was made, but I mean, I love the World War II, like Nazi covers and stuff. The more patriotic American covers, not like actually straight up rooting for the Nazis on that one. I think you guys knew what I meant. Alright, and then number 44. The Howler's First Mission. Very cool. I'm excited to read this one. Another $1 book. And that's a later book. That's when they started, you could see putting that under the logo, connecting that. Then the early ones, the 12 cent and 27, were separate. I like how those Marvel books look with the separate stuff. And actually, there was another book, a few other books I was going to get. At first it was like 50 books, and I'm like, I'm just going to get a few of them, because they were all poor and I didn't want to blow that much money. They had Captain America 100 coverless, but I waited a day. I wasn't really thinking, which was dumb of me. So 100 was sold, which is a huge bummer. Especially for $1 coverless. I've been looking to pick up Keys coverless, especially because I can't keep up with a lot of the expensive books, just because I don't get paid all that much money, a job and stuff or whatever. But yeah. Alright, first off, Captain America 101. First appearance of Sleeper number 4, and a cool Jack Kirby Stan Lee Captain America book. Again, all these are reader copies. They're not meant to be huge collectibles, but I thought I'd do a haul because it'll be a while before I get any more comics. 102. Again, Enter the Exiles. This is the first appearance of the Exiles. They're kind of one and done villains, but it'll be fun to watch Captain America beat the shit out of them, so it's all good with me. Here we have 103, and again, this isn't anything special, but it is a Red Skull appearance. And I think Agent 43 reveals her identity here as Sharon Carter. So, or Agent 13. Does it say Agent 13? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Next off, Captain America 112. Beautiful cover, obviously cut in half, but I mean, for $1, again, I'm not complaining. I just like collecting any comics, especially if they're have some significance, even if they're coverless or not. So I'm fine with that. And this is, of course, Captain America 112. This is the final Jack Kirby Captain America book in his Silver Age run. I think he comes back in the early 200s for a couple issues. But I mean, this is the piece of paper in there. I'm gonna have to take it out, but of course this is like a definitive this is it for his run, I believe, on the early Captain America books. Also awesome cover, you know. Jack Kirby had to go out with a bang, you know. His major rogues from the 40s and the early 60s, so very badass there. Next up we have Tales to Astonish 77. Very cool. Submariner and Hulk again. I can't really complain at all about that. And yeah, some of the paper from the guy, like the seller's notes, are still down there, which I will take out eventually. I don't think there's anything super special about this issue, but again, coverless book. If the coverless book comes with parts of the cover like this, I'm happy, especially such a beautiful cover like this. I'm not disappointed again. But yeah, he's saying Bruce Banner's the Hulk. So I'm excited to read this one. Issue 77. Pretty beat up, but it's complete. So there you go. Next off, and this is one of my favorites I got in the collection. That's it. Thor 150. Again, nothing special about it, but especially these early Thor covers I just love. And this is just one of my favorite Thor covers of the era. Of course, this book's not even in terrible condition, like on the sides and on the bottom. I would give it like at least a good. But then it looks like up top someone tried to like trim it or something back in the day, like a retailer. Who knows what got to it, but it got trimmed. But you can see, like, other than that, very nice looking book. Like, the spine isn't all that beat up, the corner isn't all that beat up. Obviously, it's not like pristine or anything, but I mean, it's definitely in decent condition for the most part. Until you get to that top where something got at it, but still, beautiful book. And actually, the second feature, I believe there's an Inhumans feature in this. I think it's Inhumans, but it's about there's like a monster movie being filmed, and one of the characters is named Boris. I haven't read this book yet, but I always look into my books a little bit on Marvel Wiki or DC Wiki, depending which one I got, or Comic Vine or wherever. But I put on a note that it's the first appearance of a character named Boris who was filming a monster movie. Of course, that's a kind of a reference to Boris Karloff, who's of course one of the cinema greats when it comes to Universal and monster movies from like the 30s to the 60s. He was still in a lot of them. So very cool. I love this cover. I love these Thor covers. I just love the colors on the Thor covers because like the red and green and the black and then Thor in the middle. It just looks cool to me. So Thor 150, not bad find for $1. Next off, Daredevil 32. I don't know if there's any significance to this. No, there's not. Usually, I don't think there's anything big about this. But yeah, lately you guys probably seen my last hauls. I've been picking up a lot of Daredevil, going for like a complete run, or not a complete run. I probably will never be able to get #1 unless I find it like coverless or something. But I'm trying to get as much of Daredevil as I can. Just stock up on it lately. So I got 32. What is this? Right here is 44, I think. Yep, volume 144. I don't think that's the first appearance of anything. Very cool. And this is a Stan Lee story. And the sequel to that, I would assume, since Jester's back. 45. I think this is 50 right here. Cool looking cover from what I have. And again, these Daredevil books and a lot of these books I will get upgraded, but I mean, just for some fun Silver Age reads at $1 a piece, I can't complain. So that was 50. Can I get the next one? And 51. Pretty cool. Daredevil had Matt Murdock's walking across the breaking rope. Badass as always. And yeah, this is kind of a bad climax, but finally, Daredevil. What book is this? There's a couple of this in the way. 53. So I skipped 52, as it was in the beginning. So a few new Daredevil books, coverless, but still I don't care. I just like collecting Daredevils. I probably could have got each of these books for like $5. Daredevils, I find generally aren't that expensive, but still. So yeah, I got some decent books and some fun reads, but again, this is just a reader haul. I think probably in like a week I'll have some stuff shipping in from eBay. I've been dropping bids on some stuff right now. Um, I've been trying to get a lot of key issues that I can find fairly cheap in poor condition like this and stuff. And then hopefully, like this time I didn't really have any, like, it was kind of weird because I just had like some of the poor issues and then like my 3 or 4 Action Comics that were in decent condition, or my 3 Action Comics and my Superboy. But yeah, no, I'm trying to slow down on like 90s books unless there's a key or something, uh, and stuff, just so I can save more, not save more money. I just have a lot of books to read, because I'll read like everything pretty much that's 1980 and above, and then like I'll read stuff if it's like in bad condition or like good enough condition that it'll stay together. But I mean, if I have like a really good condition book, sometimes I won't read it. But I mean, like I have a lot of 90s books and stuff, so I'm trying to do a lot of decently high quality books over quantity, and this is kind of like my last fairly quantity one. So from now on, or for the time being, for like the next month or two, I hope just to buy like Silver Age books, like like either decent Silver Age books, like ones in decent condition, minor keys or major keys, and then so like more pricey books instead of buying like 1,000 books for a quarter a piece. Because I should make like a video just on my amount of books I have to read. I have a lot, like the equivalent of like 3 long boxes, which isn't very good because I already have like 10, or I've got a lot of boxes in my basement right now. Maybe I'll show this off sometime, but I don't know. Alrighty then. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Again, expect more key issues. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.